Hello, I'm Scott Reeder with Barefoot Lawn Care in Smithfield, North Carolina. We maintain many types of turf from the Research Triangle Park near Cary, North Carolina, all the way to the east of Wilmington and down to the South Carolina border. Many questions we get this time of year are, what can I do for spring pre-emergence or spring weed control in my lawn? And so ideally you want to get your products out before weeds germinate. It's always easier to control them from a pre-emergent standpoint than it is a post-emergent standpoint. So let's talk about those products. First and foremost, always read the manufacturer's label and the manufacturer's recommendation. Sometimes people say more is better, but research has showed that is not the case, and that is also a possibility for injury to the turf. So let's talk about what needs to be done this time of year. So we're putting out spring pre-emergence products like Prodiamine, Spectacle, and Dimension. Prodiamine is probably the most widely used pre-emergent product and probably the most cost-effective. It does a really good job and provides a long length of control. Split applications are recommended, get you through the summer months and tend to provide better control towards the end of the season. Other than Prodiamine, you have Dimension. Dimension is a little bit more costly. It has some advantages that Prodiamine doesn't. It controls crabgrass once it's germinated. So let's say you missed the window for getting your pre-emergent product out and you have small crabgrass coming up. Dimension actually has some post-emergent activity in that 3 to 4 leaf stage right before tillering. And so it's an excellent choice once crabgrass is germinated to use Dimension, and it also is a great pre-emergent product. Another one would be Spectacle. Spectacle is a unique product, a little more costly than Prodiamine or Dimension, but it has probably the longest residual of all pre-emergents, and you can use it in the fall for winter weed control, or you can use it in the spring for crabgrass, goosegrass, spring and summer weed control. So another good choice. Post-emergent products to think about. You have to be careful during the spring transition. Some products that are safe for grasses can damage the grass during spring transition. Products like Celsius is very safe. Products like Speed Zone and Speed Zone Southern are also good choices. We typically use Speed Zone on our Bermuda grass and even fescue. We're talking about warm season grasses here, but we also use it on fescue. Speed Zone Southern we use on the grasses like Centipede and St. Augustine. It has a little less 2,4-D in it than others. So crabgrass germinates when we have several days of soil temperatures around 55 degrees. Goosegrass germinates a little bit later when we have temperatures between 60 and 65 degrees. For years past, there's always kind of been this target of looking when dogwoods are in bloom and calendar days, and typically it's been around the end of February or 1st of March that you need to get your pre-emergent products out. But what we have seen, and there's evidence that proves this, is our climate is changing. Our winters are warming, and so our soil temperatures are warming, and we're seeing green up earlier in the year. So the whole timetable is shifted where the pre-emergent products really need to be put out earlier than later. And so it's best that we go off soil temperatures and not calendar days. So now we're going to talk about spring weed control and fescue. Similar to the warm season grasses, Prodiamine, Dimension are excellent choices. They both will do a great job of controlling summer annual weeds. One product, however, that you would never use on fescue that is safe on warm season would be Spectacle. It's just one pre-emergent product that's not safe for fescue. Post-emergent products for all these weeds in fescue, Speed Zone, and fescue for this time of year can tolerate 2,4-D for warm season grasses during the transition phase. It can affect them, but fescue, that's not a problem. Most anything, there's all kinds of post-emergent products that work good, but Speed Zone is one that we use and does a really good job for us. But not every herbicide is safe for both cool season and warm season grasses. So now let's talk about cool season spring weed control. So in fescue, Prodiamine and Dimension are another two great choices, just like in warm season grass. However, you would not use Spectacle, which is a pre-emergent, and you would not use Celsius, which is a post-emergent product, on fescue. They're not labeled for fescue, not safe for fescue. So that, unlike warm season grasses, those are two products that you would not use on fescue. One thing that you will find, unless you have a bare ground area, that in fescue the weed pressure is not as great during that early spring germination. When you're mowing fescue 3 to 4 inches, and you have that canopy, it shades the weed germination, so you may not see crabgrass as early in fescue as you would warm season grasses, but you still need to apply your products in the same time period. It's just probably not as of greater importance that it has to be down at that early stage, but the timing is still crucial, and I would still get the products down, but you just don't have the pressure of the germination due to the canopy of the grass and the mowing height. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott Reeder with Barefoot Lawn Care.